Welcome to my daily practice at Wendy Coad Art. If you find this video interesting or helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video.
Hi, my name is Wendy and I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole life and I am excited to invite you into my studio and show you my art practice. I paint every day and I do acrylic on paper. I also do stencils. I draw. I organize my studio space. I do a lot of things. For me, art is about problem solving, so there's always little tricks and tools that I can share with you along the way. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I have been having a delightful time the last few days in my studio. Of course, the weather was absolutely glorious. I wonder if that had something to do with it. You know, when the sun shines, my mother used to say, when the sun shines, all is right with the world. And I had been working on a series of paintings for weeks, and they really made me work. But I finished them, and I like them. I'm happy with them. So I got some new paper, very upset about losing the supply of my old paper, but move on. So I put the new paper up and I finally, started making some marks. Of course, this is just the very, very beginning. Really, just a few days in. And I like them. I really like what's going on. The energy, the color, some of the markings that I had randomly just put down on the paper before the markings and the color. There's some pastel watery paint that I was just trying out, and that worked, but it wasn't enough. And then I came in with these bold squeegee strokes, and I like them. I like where they are. It's so funny because I have to wait now. I think they're done. I think they're done. I have everything there that I want to say. That's kind of a hard thing to describe. And like I've said before, my criterion for knowing when a painting is done is when there's nothing left to do. And so that's the point that I'm at right now. So the previous paintings took me 6 weeks, and these are 3 days in. I'm just saying, you never know. I mean, it's as much of a mystery to me as it might be to you. Now, having said all that, and made some pretty broad statements, I'll have to wait because it takes a little bit of time for me to look and decide, is it still okay? Look, is it still okay? So a few more days, they're just going to sit there for a few more days. But I'm like gobsmacked. That's a good word. Really? Started them. Really? Am I done? Really? So I think the answer is yes, but we'll see. So this is why I love my hollow core doors. And here's just another mystery. I've been working on these for a bit longer, and they're not done. You know, they were close, but I don't have the same feeling of, no, there's nothing else I want to do. I want to do more things on these, so these might turn out to be uh, a longer process. It's all okay. That's all part of um, the, you know, painting. Well, certainly abstract painting. Um, you know, if I was dealing with a narrative, a long, you know, representational narrative, although I actually like these, I like these quite a lot too. I shouldn't speak too soon. Um, I don't want to be finished. I like to spend some time with my paintings. I like to, you know, have some long conversations and, you know, really kind of get into the meat of things. And I did that with the last batch, almost too much. You know, I was like, okay, we're ready to go. Let's move on. Let's move on. And this one feels too soon, um, because I like them too, and I'll just be looking at them today and tomorrow to see what else needs to be done. It really does take some time for me. I don't know how other people work in their process, but for me, it does take some time to really be sure that done is done, you know, that there is nothing else to do. And I have had plenty of times where I've decided to go back in. You know, I'm just going to go back in. I just can't leave. I can't leave. It's too good a conversation, you know, metaphorically speaking. There's too much else that I want to do. And then we go into this whole war and peace kind of, you know, novel, um, because often I'll overdo it and then I'll bring it back and then I'll, you know, and then it's not quite working. And then, I mean, I have been on some journeys with my work. So, having said that, let me stand back. It's wonderful what color does, how color speaks. You know, my husband and I have been spending some time in Europe, and these remind me of France. I shouldn't say that because I can't explain it. Um, and I'm looking at this group right here. This has a different feel. I'm definitely going to have to work some more on that. But this has a quality, again, I can't articulate, but that I like it, and I'm not seeing anything that's missing. So, I mean, it's almost like a miracle to be at that point, you know, 3 days in. It happens. It certainly has happened on more than one occasion, but here we are. I thought I'd just explain what's going on. So, on that note, I think that I'm going to focus on the back wall here. So, I'm just going to adjust my camera. One was very old, and I tried to do something with it that it did not want to do. So now I have two cameras. And see that I need to staple this sheet of paper down. I'm almost done on this side, but not quite. And I just found one of my favorite pencils. I am going to do I'll do a little pencil. I love to do this on the maps because it's like a journey, you know, it's like a trail. And especially because these pages will not be facing each other, or maybe they will, it doesn't matter, but if they're not, then, you know, there's a separation there. They don't match up, and if they do, then they do match up. I mean, either way, it's good. I like this. I really like this pastel, but I wanted to add an element. Maybe it was a pencil. I think I'm going to go a little bit darker. What have I got here? Yeah, indigo is kind of my go-to. Well, so it is. However, got that little nozzle not working. Should do it. When I put this line down, I thought, oh, there's a dangerous line, meaning I'm going to have trouble reconciling that. But now that I'm looking at it, particularly since I have another similar line, it's not so bad. I thought it was just going to cut things in two, and it may still, but we'll see. Definitely, these are not finished. I'm going to have to go back in, but I do want them to percolate. Oh, that's interesting. I forgot. I forgot what I had on this side. So this one does not feel to me, even though I did it at the same time as the others. It's I don't feel that completeness. So I will go back. You know, and I have to be careful not to have favorites, like not to want to do what I've already done, you know, repeat. I mean, I do that. I do in the moment, you know, I'll have like 10 or 12 similar works going on at the same time. But I like to switch things up because I'm not really manufacturing. I'm dancing. I'm more of a a movement. I'm not quite sure what to do with these two. They need more, something more, and then what? So I'm at that point. And I'm just trying to decide whether I should wait. And but I want to kind of get going. And I don't know about these either. They're almost, I mean, there's enough going on, that's for sure. And I have, pushed them back and brought them forward um, at least once. So I don't know. I'm just going to try. I'm going to try this too. And sometimes just a little line will just bring it all together, and sometimes not. So I wrote my memoir. Not published. It's not even edited. But a good part of it was about travel. When I was 19, a long time ago now, my sister and I traveled. We hitchhiked around the world, actually. She was about 6 years older than me. And so I think I have a lot of travel energy. And I like what this has done on these three. I kind of like it over here too, but I'm going to have to look longer at this. I do know, I was considering them as two separate pieces. And this one I don't, I mean, I like the little bit that I did. So I'm just going to wait. Now I'm going to wait. We'll just wait and see. A few hours, a day can make all the difference for me in terms of deciding, what their completion point is. It's been interesting to keep these as one piece of paper. I was never aiming for the long form. I always thought that I'd separate them at some point, but I like it. I like it as a long form. Oh, so the only one that I haven't dealt with is this one here. Let me just try the same thing. Although I already have some of this, and I don't want, yeah, okay. I would say it's better. Something, it's not the missing link, but at least I didn't leave it out of the process today. So that's it. I'm done for at least an hour because I have paintings that I don't want to really move forward with. And I have others that, even though that was just a little bit of paint, those lines, I don't want to mess them because I like them as lines. Although yesterday, one of them really looked nice, kind of with a bit of water. No, I'm not backing up on it today. So, oh my goodness. Um, this was wonderful. I mean, this was progress. And I'll just wait and see how I feel the next time I'm with them as to where we go and what direction we take. So I'm so happy that you are joining me today, and maybe other days too. I'll take you through my day-to-day as an artist, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tape. Thanks for being here.